Hi everybody. So first workout of the week, okay, we're gonna warm up with some open chain mobility. This will help get the kinks out from your spine, your hips, okay, counteract all the sitting you're probably doing during your quarantine. And then we have a couple of circuits. This workout today is mostly a legs and core workout, but there are some upper body things involved. And so we're gonna warm up, we're gonna hit 2 circuits, okay? And I'm gonna record one round of me doing each one, but I want you to do 2 or even 3 rounds of both of the circuits, okay? So let's start warming up. First here, just some knee circles like this. So lifting those heels up as you make about 5 to 10 circles in each direction. And just getting those knees, feet, ankles moving. So now I'm going to go the other way with my knee circles here. And this will kind of just start to wake up everything from your feet all the way up to your hips. Okay? And then now you're going to do a standing spinal wave. What you'll do is rotate your arms and shoulders in and then start to round your back over. Bend your knees, come up, nice and slow, curling up, and then rotate out. Okay, so just showing from this other angle, rotate in, curl yourself down, bending over, bending your knees, and then you come back up, slowly curling up, rotating your arms out. So again, rotate in, curl over, bend the knees, and then start to slowly curl back up and rotating the arms out. So any of these movements you could do 5 if it's, say, something that feels pretty good for you, it doesn't feel very tight. If it does feel like something that's very tight for you in your spine and stuff, you could do even up to 10 reps of these movements. But if you felt any tightness, crunchiness in your back and your spine, that should start to gradually go away as you do these more and more. And as you do these more and more, you can go not too fast, but you can go a little faster. So anything that feels very tight, stiff, always start off nice and slow. Always making sure you're going in a pain-free range of motion, okay? So these movements shouldn't really hurt. Last one here. Curling up like so. Next, we'll put our hands here, just some hip circles, okay? And turning to the side, I want you to see that I'm really having most of the, if not all the movement, happening at my hips. My back, torso, even though you see I lean forward, my back stays pretty much the same. And then after 10 of those, you go in the other direction. So squeezing the glutes. As your hips are extended, you're not extended at the back. Hips move back, hips extend forward. Just making that circle with those hips. Feel those glutes squeeze. Okay? And then now having your arms in this position, we're going to side bend and reach. Notice I'm reaching with both arms, and then we come back, we change the arms, and then I reach the other way. So notice I'm reaching with that bottom arm as well as the top arm, just like that. And if you have one side that's a little tighter, you can spend a little more time on it. Should get that lateral line that I was just touching there from your shoulder all the way down your back muscle, wrapping around to your hip, low back area. So great move here, helps unlock those hips. People say they feel a little taller after doing some of these. Again, one side might feel a little tighter. And again, some of these are going to feel very easy, not a big deal. Some of these are going to feel very tight for you. Pay attention to the ones that feel tight for you, and you could spend a little more time doing those, okay? And lastly, if you needed to just get your heart rate up a little bit, get your temperature up, some high knees, or even some jumping jacks here, all right? About 20 of these, just bouncing off the balls of your feet. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we are ready to get into that first circuit, okay? All right, so for the workout, you'll need a mat, and either a sofa can work, a chair is gonna be better for most of the movements, but a sofa can work for most of, if not all the movements. And then a household item does not have to be an insanely heavy thing. I have a big container of Fabuloso floor cleaner, all right? So I'm gonna clean the floor after I do this workout. So first circuit, first movement of the circuit, you're going to get on your mat, on all fours, quadruped position. So your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna elevate one foot on your chair or sofa, okay? And we're not arching too much like this. You're gonna draw those abs in nice and tight and push the floor away and lift up. And hold that position for a good second or two. Slowly come back down. That foot that's on the chair, you're gonna extend it, squeezing that glute, bring it out, bring it back, and place that foot back on the chair. So you're gonna come up, squeeze, slowly come back down, extend the leg, out, in, and back, okay? And if that's too difficult, you can do this on the floor. You can just lift this leg up so you see it's not as high as it was on the chair. And I just do the same thing. I just come up, I squeeze, I extend that leg, out, in, back. And then I lift up, and so on, okay? So anywhere 3 to 5 reps. I'm gonna do one more on this side. So I'm gonna come up, and notice how I'm holding that position for a good second. I come back down. So those harder positions that really work your core a little more, you're going to hold them a little longer. So 5 reps there, you're gonna switch legs here, abs in tight, same thing. We're gonna lift up, okay? Really drawing in, working those abs, and now I'm gonna extend that leg out to the side, back, place it back, and then come up, squeeze, coming down, extend the leg, out, in, and back. And then come up. This is 3. Notice how I hold that position, extend the leg, out to the side, in, back. Draw the abs in, up, back down, extend the leg, out, in, back. Last one. Again, if I needed to make it a little easier, I don't have to use the chair. I just do the same thing. Come up, back down, extend that leg. Really squeezing the quad and the glute when you're moving that leg back and forward, okay? And that is your first exercise of the circuit. Okay, exercise number 2. It is a lying reverse hyper. So what you're gonna do is lie on your stomach, abs are nice and tight, and you're gonna lift your legs, squeeze your glutes, and then back down. You can use your chair as a reference point where you see I first lift up and then bring it in and then back down. So I lift out, bring it in, and back down. This is gonna really work the glutes as well as the lower back, okay? Don't be afraid to work your lower back. It's a muscle, just like all the others, and we want it strong, just like all the others. So head is neutral, you're looking at your mat right in front of you, okay? We're not craning our head back like this, that's a bad position. And anywhere 5 to 10 of these, really squeezing the glutes. Notice how I hold that contraction for a good 2 seconds there, okay? 2 more here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Last one. Squeeze, 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 okay? So that's the second movement. Third movement, we're doing a side plank. and we're going to elevate the arm. So my arm is elevated on the chair, okay? Matter of fact, let me elevate on the sofa just so you guys can see a little better. So arm is elevated on the sofa, okay? My knees are bent, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift up and reach back down. Lift up and reach. Lift up and reach. So I'm reaching with the arm and the leg, working this glute, okay? I drop back down, I lift up, just like that, back down. Lift and squeeze. So lift the hip, reach with the arm and the leg. Reach with the arm and the leg. Reach with the arm and the leg. 2 more here. So you're pushing the floor down. Both sides of your hips are working, believe it or not. Oh, really, really strengthens these core muscles here. So I'm gonna turn around. I know my back is turned to you guys, but at least that's gonna allow you to see how I have my legs set up a little better. So you see how they're bent? And again, you're gonna lift and reach, arm into leg. You come back down, you do that again. You drop back down and really lift as high as you can. So even though that bottom leg is not lifting up, man, are these core, hip, glute muscles working when you lift up and reach. Just like that, okay? 2 more. Up, 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 up. Last one. Anywhere 5 to 10 of these on each side should get the job done, okay? And that's movement number 3. Movement number 4. And again, you could use your sofa, chair. This is a single leg bridge hold, and you're going to raise the other arm and leg up. So I've got my left heel down on my chair, and I'm gonna bridge up. I'm gonna hold this position at the top, and I'm gonna bring my arms and legs back and forward. Back, and they meet together. Back, and they meet together. The whole time I'm working this hamstring and glute to keep my hips up. That's 5. I'm gonna go for 5 more. Squeeze, control down, squeeze, control down, squeeze, control down, and then the last one. Okay, so modifications, I can just bend the knee. So say that was too difficult with the leg straight, I can just go like this. So you see how my knee is bent now? And that's a lot easier. It even let me squeeze out a few extra reps. All right, and now we're gonna switch the leg. So again, bridging up, bring the arms, leg together, apart, together, apart. Easier, knee is bent, but I keep those hips up the whole time. So the whole time I'm driving my right heel now down into the chair, really firing that hamstring and glute. I got 4 more here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep those hips up. Keep driving that heel down. Hips up. Oh, awesome. Okay, and that is movement number 4. So really hitting back here, hamstrings, glutes, just checking out my little cheat sheet here. Okay, so next, movement number 5 is a push-up to a down dog leg lift. Okay, so notice how these moves have quite a bit going on. So it's making your core muscles not just have to work, but to work together. So I'm gonna move this chair out of the way for a second here. So this would be the easier option. You see I've got one knee down. I'm gonna go into a push-up, and then as I come back, I just kind of push back, almost like in a down dog position, while I reach my right leg back. So that's firing that glute
and then I would just come right back down, and then come back. Any movements like this where you have one knee down, you can always double, triple fold your mat, so you get a little more cushion. But this is the easier option. Push up, back, okay? And if you want to make it a little harder, you would come now with that leg straight. So now look at how I have that other leg straight. I still got that right leg up in the air, and I'm really working a lot of muscles here. Fire that glute, come back down, push up, fire that glute. One more here. Oh, awesome, okay? And these you might do anywhere, again, 5 to 8 with each leg up, okay, depending on whether you have that knee down, okay? If you've got that leg straight like I just showed, you might just get 5 on that one side. So I'm gonna now do the other side, all right? Again, easier one is like keep that knee down, push up, leaning back, down dog position, okay? Harder, more advanced. You see I got that leg straight, take your time, going down, really pushing back. Back down, pushing back. Control, head is neutral. Take your time, keep that core in nice and tight. Let's get one more here. Oh, and that is move number 5. Move number 6, we have a side lunge slide, okay? So here we're gonna use a chair, though you could use your sofa. We're gonna move the mat out of the way for now. And it's a side lunge slide. If you don't have sliding discs or something with wheels or paper plates, if you have a slick floor, you could make this work with your socks. I'm gonna demo right now, just me and my socks. But I side lunge, I slide that foot under my chair. I come back up, I touch the chair, and I lift up. And then again, I slide under. Coming up, touch, lift, I slide under. Now, there's a lot of ways you can modify this. Say you wanna make this harder, it feels pretty good. You could just go overhead with the arms. That is a lot harder. You see how that makes my core work a lot harder? Easier, okay? You can just bend the knee like that. Bend the knee just like that, okay? So you can make it a lot easier. Say you can't slide at all, you can just do this and not slide. So just have your legs straight in the side lunge. Just drop down and touch. Drop down and touch. Okay? So you can make it work even if you're not sliding, okay? We're gonna hit these, you're gonna hit 8 to 10 on one leg, and then you're gonna switch the leg. So again, you can do it with your sofa, side lunge, slide, and then raising that leg. Side lunge, coming up. So as soon as you can raise that foot that's sliding up, because that's just gonna work your core, your balance more. Again, harder is with those arms overhead, dropping down, up. So a lot of single leg balance work here. Okay, this leg is working. Take your time. Again, you can always bend the knee like that to make it easier. You can just bend the knee instead of just lifting it out, okay? Bending the knee will make it easier. And again, if you can't slide on your floor, you don't have paper plates, you just go side lunge. Down and touch. Down and touch, okay? So you make it work, but take your time. So notice even though we're not doing a whole lot of reps on all these movements, anywhere 5 to 10 on each side, not a ton of reps, but the idea is you don't rush, take your time, really feel those core muscles working. I don't know if you can see on camera, I already got a really good sweat going, and I'm not jumping up and down going nuts, okay? But just taking my time, really feeling those core muscles work, and those legs and glutes work, okay? So that is move number 6. Move number 7. chair, sofa, okay? We're going to do a alternating foot touch, okay? So this is for the abs. Now, you're gonna lean back a little, okay? Abs are nice and tight. You wanna really feel yourself drawing your tummy in. You're gonna pull the knees up, and you're gonna slowly lower one and touch. Slowly lower the other and touch. Slowly lower both and back up. So one, the other, and both. Okay, and you can hear it in my voice. These are not easy. Easier would be to forget about the both-legged one and just alternate. So easier, you're here, one, the other, one, the other. So this would be your easier one, okay? Which is also still not easy. But going for, I would say, 30 to 40 seconds on these will really get you going here. So abs tight, one, the other, both, one, the other, both, one, the other. Oh, killer core work here, all right? So this circuit, great circuit, bringing a lot of awareness to this area here, the midsection, the tummy, the glutes, the hips, muscles that get very weak on us. Yes, this will make your tummy look flatter, look more defined, which is great, but this will really support your back, your hips, everything else, okay? So, last movement, and for some of you, this is probably gonna be the hardest one, so maybe I shouldn't have put this one last. So, number 8, you're gonna need your chair. You can maybe make this work with your sofa, though the chair is gonna work better because the seat of the chair is firmer, and then most chairs, you'll have something like this for added support if you need it. So what this is a eccentric step down to a quarter step up leg lift. A lot of leg lifts. So you're gonna have one leg up on top of the step, okay? You're gonna step up. So you actually are starting off on top of the step. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna hold your arms out because that's gonna act as a counterbalance and help you use your core more. So you're gonna hold your arms out, you're gonna slowly come down until you can feel yourself touch the floor. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna come up a quarter of the way and raise that leg out. Notice I didn't come all the way up for that part. After I raise the leg, I come back down, and then I repeat that again. That was one rep. So then I'm gonna come back up. I'm gonna slowly go down. I tap, I come up quarter of the way, I leg lift, I drop back down, and then I come back up and I repeat that again. Easier modification, okay, is you're gonna use the chair for added support. So I hold my arms out, I'm gonna slowly go down, I'm gonna come up, but right here now, look at where my hands are now touching the back of the chair, and I lift that leg up, and then I come back down, and then I come back up. So that part where I got to touch the chair, that's very key to help your balance, okay? And notice we're going the whole time on the same leg. You're gonna do, again, 5 to 10 nice controlled reps on that side. So I'll show one more on this side. I'm gonna slowly come down. I'm gonna come up, extend that leg back. I drop back down, nice and controlled, and then I come up, okay? And whoo, that will get that leg, that quad, that glute, all that stuff firing, okay? Start off using the chair, holding on for support, okay? So I'm gonna show the other side here. 5 to 10 reps. I'd rather you do less reps, but you go slower and you have better form and better control. Okay, so again, I'm gonna hold the arms out. I'm gonna come up. So starting off at the top, I keep my arms out. I'm gonna slowly come down, touch, come up, I extend that leg, I control back down, and then I come up. That's a rep. Again, if I have to make it easier, I'm gonna slowly come down, okay, and then come up. I'll hold on to the back of the chair for that little quarter rep, and then come back up. But if you notice, I'm trying to only touch the chair if and when I really need it, okay? Just take your time. You see I'm gradually getting a little more balance, a little more control. You can see now how the chair is gonna definitely work better than a sofa or a bed, which just might be a little too soft for the support that that foot is going to need, okay? So I'm gonna come back up, boom, slowly go down, just touch, quarter way up, extend, control back down, and back up, okay? And you get 5 to 10 reps on both sides, and that is the circuit, okay? I don't know, you can see I've already got a very good sweat going. Considering these moves are all low impact, there's no jumping, pounding, okay? Just controlling your body and getting all these core muscles to work together, okay? So this video is gonna be long enough. Just one round of those. I just wanted to record one round, but you guys hit 2 rounds of those, and then we got the next circuit. All right, guys, okay, so our other circuit, okay, it's also involving the legs, okay, a lot of legs today. Here's where you're going to use your household item, but honestly, these moves are tough enough that you may not need any weight, and your body weight might be plenty, okay? So you'll feel it out. Again, I have my floor cleaner, but any household item, you could take a backpack, fill it up with books, anything, okay, that you can easily hold that will give you some kind of resistance. So squats are first, all right? You're gonna hold your household item. You can hug it, you can hold it up here, you can hold it down here if it's very heavy, wherever you feel comfortable holding your household item, and you're going to hit 10 to 12 squats, 2 to 3 seconds down, okay? So control on the way down. You're going to sit back, bend your knees, pause, come back up. 1, 2, 3, pause, come back up. If you watch me from the side, I come down, I pause, I drive back up. Notice how everything comes up together. So when I'm coming up from the bottom of that squat, my hips and shoulders, boom, come up together. All right? Hips and shoulders come up together. You almost want to imagine your hips are like this bowl of water, and you're not letting any water spill out anywhere out of that bowl. It's not spilling out of the front of that bowl. It's not spilling out of the back of that bowl. Control, drive up. Last one. Boom, there you go. Okay, so that's the first movement. Immediately, you're going to go into split squats or Bulgarian split squats, okay? So I'll use my sofa here to elevate my back foot. If you can, you're gonna also do this weighted. Does not have to be the same weight. So if you went with a really heavy household item, you could switch to a lighter household item, okay? Or you can keep it with the same weight. So we're gonna elevate that back foot on the sofa chair, okay? Abs are nice and tight. You're gonna drop down. Again, 2 to 3 seconds down, drive back up. 2 to 3 seconds down, drive back up. Let's just say that's too difficult for you, okay? You can do a normal split squat where you have both feet on the floor and you go down and up like this. Boom, boom. Again, 10 to 12 reps. And we're gonna pretend that was the 10th rep, okay? My legs are toast, and then immediately you're gonna put your weight down, you're gonna still keep with the same leg, and then now hit these hops. So you drop down, hop up for 10 reps. Drop, hop, drop, hop, drop, hop, drop, hop, okay? And you can also do these on the floor. Boom, 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 boom. Straight up to the ceiling. Whew. And that'll really get that leg, that glute, that heart rate cooking, okay? So 10 to 12 of the split squat or Bulgarian split squat, and then before you switch legs, you're gonna hit 10 of those little hops, okay? 10 of those little hops. Say you can't do the hop, it's too jumpy, then just do a hold. Hold it for 10 seconds. And that way you burn that leg out without having to jump, okay? So now we're gonna do the same thing for the other leg. I'm gonna go back to my weight, and now elevate the other foot. So Back foot's on top. Again, 2 to 3 seconds down. 1, 2, we drive up. 1, 2, and we drive up. 1, 2, driving up. Again, if this is too difficult, you can have both feet on the floor. 1, 2, drive up. So just really think about your hips staying nice and stable. That's why I really recommend you pause for at least 1 second at the bottom. That way when you push back up, you're pushing back up from a very stable place. And once you get those reps on the same leg, you're gonna hit those 10 hops. Down, boom, hop, boom, hop, boom, hop. And notice when you land from each hop, you drop back down. You drop back down. You can do this on the floor. Just like that. Huh. And that is that circuit. So that circuit, only 3 moves, really more when you're considering both sides. But those 3 movements, take a break, and again, hit that for a second round like the first circuit. If you gotta really hit your legs hard, hit it for a 3rd round, all right? And then just relax, stretch, lots of water, and I'll see you guys at the next one, okay? Awesome job, thank you.